Will your homeowner's insurance actually pay to replace your roof? Sometimes yes, but here's something you really need to know. Just because you've got homeowner's insurance doesn't necessarily mean the insurance company is going to write you a check for a brand new roof, no matter what that storm chaser says that's knocking on your door. And depending on your policy, you could have significantly more money out of pocket than you expected. Let me explain. Just this week, I sat down with the owner of a local insurance agency, and we actually talked about this exact issue. One of the things we talked about is how roof coverage is changing. Insurance companies have taken some pretty significant losses on roofs over the years, especially from wind and hail, and we're seeing more and more policies where the roof isn't necessarily being covered at full replacement cost anymore. We're actually seeing more actual cash value, or ACV, provisions on roofs. And if you own a home, those three letters are something you really need to understand. But first, let's back up. Homeowners insurance generally isn't there to replace your roof simply because it's old. Think of insurance as protection against an event, not a maintenance plan for your house. If your shingles are simply worn out over 25 years, that's normally a maintenance issue. But let's say a storm comes through and you have legitimate wind or hail damage. Now you may have a covered event. And that's when the details of your policy become extremely important. Let's say replacing your roof is going to cost you $20,000. If you've got replacement cost coverage on your roof and you have a covered loss, your policy may ultimately provide for the replacement cost minus your deductible according to the terms of your policy. But ACV works different. ACV basically takes depreciation into account. So let's say your roof is already 15 years old. The insurance company may essentially say, yes, your roof was damaged, but you didn't lose a brand new roof. You lost a 15-year-old roof. So instead of simply looking at what a brand new roof costs, depreciation can be deducted from what you're paid. And depending on the age of your roof and your policy, that can make a big difference in how much you're responsible for out of pocket. That's why I think one of the best things you can do after watching this video has nothing to do with calling a roofer. Call your insurance agent. Ask them, how is my roof covered? Do I have replacement cost value or actual cash value coverage on my roof? Do I have a separate wind or hail deductible? Does my roof coverage change as my roof gets older? Those are questions I'd want answered before the storm ever happens, because the worst time to learn how your insurance policy works is after you've already filed a claim. And there's something else I want you to understand. Just because you have a few damaged shingles doesn't automatically mean you need an entirely new roof. And that's what your latest storm chaser would love to tell you. Sometimes a roof can legitimately be repaired. Sometimes the damage is extensive enough that replacement makes sense. And sometimes there are other factors involved that have to be evaluated. That's why I'd be careful with anybody who knocks on your door after a storm and tells you within 5 minutes, insurance is buying you a brand new roof. They don't make that decision. Your insurance company determines coverage based on your policy and the circumstances of the loss. A roofing contractor can help document what they see on your roof. So I can come up there and take pictures and document everything that I see. I can show you wind damage. I can show you hail impacts. I can help you understand whether something appears repairable. But if I'm your contractor, I will not be promising you what your insurance company is going to pay out, and neither should any contractor that knocks on your door. So if there's one thing I want you to take away from this video, it is this. Know what you own before you need to use it. Pull out your homeowner policy, or better yet, call your agent. Find out whether your roof is covered at replacement cost or actual cash value. Find out what your deductible is, and find out whether there are any special endorsements or limitations specifically for your roof. Because two people living right next door to each other can experience the exact same storm, have very similar damage, and end up with very different insurance payouts simply because they bought different insurance policies. And that's really what Homeowner Roofing Academy is about. I'm not here to tell you whether you should file a claim or not. I'm not your insurance agent, and I'm not your adjuster. My goal is to help you understand the right questions to ask so that you can confidently make the right decision for your home. If this helps you understand your roof insurance a little better, subscribe to Homeowner Roofing Academy. Every week we answer another question that helps you become a more informed and confident homeowner. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Like it, share it, subscribe to the channel like I asked before. I will see you in the next one. God bless.